Hi, this is Justin Taylor, and this is my presentation, 3 Ways to Live a Healthy Life. So we all want to live healthy lives. It helps strengthen our daily lives, but it's not that easy to accomplish. I would know this because at one point I was struggling with my health personally. And according to Healthline media study conducted in 2020, 36.5% of Americans are obese or overweight. And that is a big problem. And let's get into ways that we can maybe mediate and mitigate this problem. So in today's speech, I would like to explain 3 different ways you can stay healthy and make sure that you are living a healthy lifestyle for yourself. And I'll be going over diet plans, or how diet plays a big role, as well as exercising. Exercising is really key as well to playing a big role in being healthy. And the last point I want to make is how getting the proper amount of rest is just as important as having a good diet and exercising. So to start it off, I would like to go over the diet. So the diet is arguably the most important piece for maintaining health in the human body. You need to make sure you're eating properly. That's always very important, to eat properly. What constitutes a healthy diet could be balance, and is balance. You need balance. You need to make sure that you're eating the proper foods. You need grains, vegetables, as well as fruits, whole grains as well, nuts. But you need to make sure it's a lot of some, but not too much, if you know what I mean. It needs to be the proper amount. So to name some of the healthiest foods, as we go through key factors, like I said, we're going to go through the diet, we're going to go through exercise, and then we're going to finish with adequate amount of rest. So as we go through the diet, maintaining balance is key. You want to make sure you're getting the proper amounts of fruits, vegetables, nuts, and whole grains, like I said. You don't want to overload on anything. And then healthier options could be broccoli, apples, kale, blueberries, any type of vegetable basically, and sweet potatoes. And it's not limited to these, it's just these are some you could use. So moving on, some examples. Unhealthy diets, for example, can have a lot of issues with your health. It can increase chances of developing depression, as well as you have higher chances of getting various diseases as well as chronic conditions. So it's something that you don't really want to play around with. You want to make sure you're dieting properly, eating. It's very important. So going off of diet, second point I want to make is exercise. And this is just as important as dieting. You want to make sure you're doing both if you want to live the healthy lifestyle and be healthy. And, so for exercise, according to Harvard Health, for every additional 15 minutes of moderate physical activity, it reduces the chance of death by 4%. So say you're going jogging or maybe a light walk around a neighborhood or something. It helps to do that stuff. And it's just really something that can reduce your health issues, like I said. And it's just really important. So going over some of that. So like I said, 15 minutes of moderate physical activity. And that can include jogging, like I said, walking around a neighborhood. Like a light lift, like a quick lift, which would be like working out. And working out would be more maybe a strenuous activity, maybe not moderate, but as well as yoga as well. Yoga is very good as well. And going on to some benefits this can have is measure progress, right? You're lifting, you max 1 week, you get a certain weight, you come back a month later, max again after you were lifting for that month, trying to get that max up. You do better. It's always good to have progress, see where you started, see where you're going, see where you are. And that's where goal setting comes in as well. Goal setting would be, I want to bench, 150 pounds, and it doesn't even have to be bench. It could be, I want to run a mile in 5 minutes, But yeah, and then when you hit that goal, obtaining set goals would be a sense of accomplishment, right? So you're getting healthier, but you're also getting a sense of accomplishment, a sense of you did something, right? You accomplished something, and that feels very good. So moving on to the last point I want to make, that's recuperation. Recuperation would be getting rest, and it's very important to get rest, right? So another study done by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and this says that adults need 7 or more hours of ample health of rest for ample health and well-being. So adults need 7 hours of sleep each night to have ample health and be more well off, right? And making sure, and this can make sure that you are energized, you're up and about, you're being more productive. And like I said, this could go under benefits as well. So increased energy could be a benefit. When you're sleeping, or when you don't have sleep and you got to get up early for work, you're like, you can feel sluggish. But when you rest, you're feeling fresh, you're feeling good, you're up in the morning, you're feeling energized. You have, higher moral usually, you're more happy, you're not, when you're tired, you tend to be kind of, maybe even a little grouchy when you're tired. And another drawback could be, you're not as productive, right? When you're tired, you're sluggish, you don't want to move around, you're slower, so you're not as productive. So it's good to have the ample amount of sleep, to make sure that, like I said, you're energized, you're working, you're up, you got energy. And going back, let me change this real quick. Okay. So to conclude this, practicing these 3 main points, like I said, which diet, of course, going over that, eating healthy, how important that is, then stretching over to exercise, making sure that you're exercising as well, as much as you can. You're not sitting at home on your couch, you're exercising, and then going over the recuperation, make sure you're getting sleep. So when you're dieting, you're exercising, you're getting sleep, you're going to live your healthier life, you're going to be more healthy, you're going to have higher morals, you're going to be more productive, as well as you're just going to feel better. And it's really important. I think it's overlooked. I think people get caught up in their own worlds, and they're kind of they don't have time to do just simple stuff like, just exercising, anything. And then when they're off, when they're not working, they're just sitting there, just not doing anything. They're not being productive. So concluding my essay and my presentation here, these are all huge factors, and this is what you need to do if you want to be healthy, and it's really important. So I really hope that this helped. I really appreciate the audience for listening to me. Thank you guys so much.